Hello everyone, Ed, Slow Car Fix. I'm working on my 55 Chevy again today. A lot of stuff going on. I've been working a lot, so I'm now working on the 55, and I'm going to show you where I'm at for progress and tell you what I've got planned for the next little bit. Okay, so this is about where I left it off the last video. There's some highs and lows here I got to work with. I got to do some welding. I got to weld this all back in. This part here looks a little bit low. I might have to grind this back and get the stud gun out and pull that out. But I would like to finish welding this this piece in. I can't do anything on the bottom. I'm still waiting for a rocker to come in. I ordered a rocker because the one that I made, it looked okay, but I didn't quite like it. So it didn't match the profile. And I looked at making a new one, and they're not that much. I just ordered one. I guess I've been working too much, and the time spent, I could just spend at work and make some money. Speaking of spending money, I pulled the trigger on a one-piece floor. They've gone up a lot in price since I first looked at doing this car, so that's not great. But it's really it's the right way to do it. It's the only way I'm going to be sure that this car is square and straight and everything's good. And as I mentioned before, I'm trying to do a decent job on this car. It's not going to be a Concours Show Queen, but I'm certainly going to try my best to make it one of the nicer things I've done. So to do that, like building a house, I guess, you want to have a good foundation. So the one-piece floor that has all the braces and the comes with the inner rockers and everything seems like the way to go. So if I wasn't really in it before for money, I'm in it now. No, I was in it before. So I've got that. Then I've got to do the back valance between the taillights. I'll show you what's going on there. So this here is a mess. This is all, you can see this is kind of sagged. Like you see, you look in there, it's all kind of sagged downward because there's no real support here. This is all junk. This junk floor is not bad, but the back bit is not great. And obviously these pieces are no good. So this is a whole separate project in itself. There's a three-piece setup that you get that is this brace, or the brace that goes in behind here, this valance, and the first 10 inches of the floor, so about where this line is. So there's that. To get that to me is like $1,000 for all that stuff. And that doesn't get me these end pieces that I desperately need. So this back part is a whole project in itself. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that in this batch of work, or if that's going to be a later on thing. I'm trying to break it down into manageable pieces. So once I get that back valance piece done later on, probably not now, that's the bulk of the metal. Then it's really going, stripping the whole car down to bare metal and seeing what else I find, which there will be some things. I have really good set of front fenders for it. The doors aren't bad. The passenger door could probably use a skin. The quarter panel piece on the passenger side is turning out a lot better than the driver's side. We'll see once it's welded in. The driver's side, I'm going to redo. So I'm going to take the door skin off the driver's side back door, and I'm going to redo it. And then I have to fix part of the quarter panel as well, and that might involve taking the skin off the front door for the four-door, and using that sort of on the quarter panel just to maintain that radius. Either that, or I bought a slip roll. I have no idea how it works. I might have to learn how to use it and make some pieces. So I guess I'll get started doing some welding. Okay, so I think the 4-door conversion on this side is not done, but the panel is in, the patch panel, the back door skin. I think it looks pretty good. I used the Eastwood SCT, or whatever it is, I think it's SCT, surface conditioning tool, to brush up the metal. It works pretty good. It gives you a nice little finish to see what's going on. I've been hammering out highs and lows. So far it's pretty good. I might have a little bit more work to do, but I'll show you. Okay, so that's the panel in. You can see it's pretty straight. I have a little seam here that I've been playing with to try and clean up a bit. I showed you before, that's a low, so I don't think I can get a hammer behind it, so I'll probably have to use the stud gun to bring that up. I know it looks like the last person filled it, and lots of people would, but I don't intend to. I need the panel that goes across the bottom of here to tie into the rocker. Can't do that yet. So I think it's pretty good. It looks pretty straight and even. You know, a couple little lows here and there that I could tap out a little bit, but like I'm not really sure how perfect I want to get it before I get into sort of body work on it, because it's going to need filler no matter what. But gives you an idea of kind of where I'm at. I still don't know that I like this panel. I think that wasn't really worth the money. I still have to fasten it in, weld it in at the top, and then seam seal across the top, and then I'm going to have to make the little piece that goes in here and all that sort of good stuff. I'm going to have to make the piece here and blend this all together. That's not too bad. So there's some progress. So as I mentioned, I'm a lot happier with this side than the other side. I'm going to have to, when I'm finished welding this side, probably start cutting out the other one and doing the other side. The other side, I just haven't been happy with since I did it. And I did it a while ago, and I should have did it differently, but that's okay. It's only a mistake if you fail to correct it. So I'm going to correct it, to my liking anyways, and then carry on around the car and keep doing metal work. Eventually, a little bit at a time, it will get done. And then I can move on to the never-ending amount of body work that this thing needs for body filler. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for sticking with me on this project. There's lots to come, but this project is a long project. So if you are invested in watching it, I hope you're here for the long haul. I'm going to make some more progress on this metal work, and then I've got some parts coming in for the LS swap for my 57 truck. So once I get the metal work to kind of where I want it to be around Christmas time, I'll move the 55 over to the storage side and bring the 57 truck over and start in on the LS swap. And that's the majority of my winter. It's going to be that LS swap and making that nice. And then while I'm doing that, I will collect more parts for the 55. And when the 57 is done, I'll bring the 55 back and be back into that. So it's the shell game. I guess it's usually the Corvair shell game, but this time it's the Tri-5 shell game. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos, and please, if you care to, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see more content. Thanks.